The MAUI team needs you. One of the best pieces of feedback that we can get is on a PR. When you test that out and be like, yes, this fixes my issue, that will give us a lot of confidence to merge it quickly and bring you the fix in a stable version. How to do that quickly and easily? Let's find out in this video. If you've ever been on the .NET MAUI repository, and honestly, you should be because that's where the magic is happening, and while you're there, just click that little star icon so that we know that you love us, then you might have run into the issue where it's very hard to pull down the artifact from a build and test that on your local .NET MAUI project. What would happen is you're waiting for that bug that is blocking you. We have a fix in a PR, and we're waiting forever to merge it, right? So frustrating for us too, trust me. But what would really help, what the best piece of feedback is, of course, we're testing it through and through, but a good piece of feedback is that when you test it and let us know that that fix actually helps for your scenario. Now, it's a little bit of a hassle. You have to go out to the PR, you have to know where to click. We have a whole wiki page on how to do it, and even then you will run sometimes into a login page and you'll be like, no, I can't access it, and I have to be like, yeah, you can actually access it. It's a whole thing. None of that anymore. I built a CLI tool to help you with this, and I've implemented some scripts that will trigger on every PR that will have like a single line that you can execute, and it will download the artifacts onto your project and you can start using it. How to use that? Let's go check that out on my desktop right here. First, let's start with the Maui-Version tool, which is a CLI that is 100% vibe coded, but it works amazingly. So this CLI tool, you can just install it as a .NET Global tool. All the sources here, you can inspect everything. Version 0.14 right now, downloads 700, so 700 people are already testing all the artifacts on their Maui projects, letting us know their feedback and getting their PRs merged, right? Features, you cannot just use it for PR builds, you can also use it for stable channel, nightly channel, PR builds, and all these things, right? It has tons of options, which most importantly, probably how to install it is right here. .NET tool install -- global version Maui, which is a little bit funny, but Maui, I found out, ask me how I know, is a reserved prefix on NuGet. So I couldn't publish it as Maui version, so I made it version Maui. But actually the invocation can be called Maui version, which made a lot more sense to me. So sorry for the little confusion there, but this is how you should do it. Here's how to update it. Here's how to uninstall it. What you can then do is say Maui version apply, and he will get into an interactive mode. So you can say, hey, I want to apply. It will walk you through a little menu. You can apply, I think it's right here. So you can say apply, you can specify the project, or it will assume that the project is in the root where you're executing it. And it will say, hey, I found this project here. The current version is this. The target version is that. What release channel do you want to do? Stable, nightly, or a PR build? And whenever you do a PR build, it will ask you like, hey, what PR number do you want to actually put on here? You can do all kinds of other things. You can also immediately apply a certain channel stable or -C stable, or again with your project, you can make all combinations here. Same thing for the nightly, and if we scroll down here a little bit, same thing with like, hey, apply PR, and then you have the PR number right here, right? So super easy to do that. In a little bit of background information, how PR builds work. So you can see a little bit of information here, get the help information, etc., etc. So if I were to apply this, if I go here to Visual Studio Code and I just create a new Maui project right here, which I can actually do here through Copilot, but let me do it through the terminal because I'm old school like that. And I'm going to do .NET MAUI, .NET new Maui -n sample Maui version. And it will create a new Maui app in the sample Maui version subfolder. So let's go into that. Sample Maui version. Let's go into that. And you can see like, hey, it's right here. If you want to open this in Visual Studio Code, what you can do is code-insiders. I'm in the insiders one. Insiders. See, I should have used Copilot. I can type and then do dot for this folder and then -r, and it will reload the current folder in this Visual Studio Code instance. And there we are. Yes, I trust the authors, and let me zoom this in for you a little bit. So Here we go. We got all this running. Let's get this out of the way. And the important thing right now is not even the code right here, but this CS project. So you can see here, Target Frameworks is .NET 10. I have .NET 10 installed. I can scroll down here, and you can see Microsoft Maui controls with Maui version, right? So that's another thing. Maui version is a whole thing in itself. So what I can do now is, again, open the terminal, and I have the tool already installed. But what I can say is Maui version apply, and it launches that interactive experience, right? So what it's going to do now, it's going to ask me like, hey, what do you want to do? I found this Maui project because I'm launching that in the folder right here. The current version is Maui version. Yes, that makes sense. Target version is .NET 10 because I have that .NET 10 TFM. And I can select stable, nightly, PR build, and I can do all of those, right? So let's do the nightly, and I can choose .NET 9, .NET 10. I think it will give you a little warning if you do something else than the TFM that you got right now. But let's do .NET 10. It's going to get it. It's going to restore the packages. And you can already see here in this CS project, I get this kind of like funky version right here, which is the nightly version. So it pulls that from the nightly, that builds every day. You'll get the latest from the latest on the .NET MAUI repository right on your project. And you can test out like, hey, is this bug that I'm waiting for fixed? Yes or no. So it will do that automatically. It creates a NuGet config, right? Because this is a separate NuGet feed that you need. So it will create this NuGet config for you with, of course, the regular NuGet.org in there. So it does all of that for you automatically. Whenever you want to go back now, you can say apply, and I can say stable. It will revert kind of like to the old thing right here. So you can see, hey, Maui project is here, current version is that, target.net version is that, update, removed NuGet config, right? We don't need that anymore. Update to stable release. Actually, I don't know if it does. No, it does the latest stable that is released, so not the Maui version anymore. So that might be something that you want to keep in mind. Open a bug if that's something that's important to you, and I'll let Copilot figure it out. So that's how you can do it like this. Super easy with the CLI tool. Same thing with kind of like the PR build, right? So if I pull down a PR, I've got one open right here. So this is one by me, 34138. And I do that. And I go back in here and I say Maui version apply. I don't know the command from the top of my head, so let's go through the interactive one. Enter PR number. Let's do that. It's going to look for the build artifacts because, you know, the build has to be completed, right? It has to have the right artifact. It's going to download it. It's going to put that inside of your folder on a local machine so that you can actually reuse it, but it needs to have it. Create a NuGet config, so you can see in there that it has a local folder, right, where it's going to save that for you. It can have like hives where it has like it saves it under the build number so that you have different ones at the same time and you can switch between them. It's going to set that version for you in the CS project, and you can start running your application now with this specialized PR build, and again test if that PR has the feature that you want, has the bug fix that you want, and do all these things. Now, the other thing that I've implemented, if you do not want to download a global tool and do all of that, and you just want like, nah, I just want to do this one thing, I also have a script for you. So let's jump to another PR that I have right here. Fixed checkbox foreground color not resetting. I just picked a random one, and this was opened 17 minutes ago at the time of recording. And if we scroll down, whenever a build is completed, you can see this thing, GitHub Actions, dogfood this PR with, and you can say curl, a curl command, or run it with PowerShell, right? Depending on if you are on macOS or Windows, and you can just execute this whole command. So I can just copy this, put that in the terminal right here, and execute that, and it will go through a script that is hosted on our repository. And you can see that the build is probably not completed right now yet, so it's not right there. Oh, it even lost the terminal. I don't know what happened there. But you can saw a little error right there. But if the build is completed, it will apply that same version, kind of like the same way that my CLI tool did. And this will be now on every PR. If you're looking at older PRs, it might not be there. But for newer PRs, this will absolutely be here and makes it super easy. Single script to add that to your project so that you can use it and test it out. And especially let us know the results, right? That will make these PRs so much better. And hopefully we can get your PRs and issues merged, the fixes merged sooner than you can say .NET MAUI. Now we can delete that whole wiki page with instructions that nobody really understood, and it was very tedious and not very nice to go through. I hope this will very much help. Let us know if something doesn't look right, like if that script doesn't work correctly for you, if the CLI doesn't work for you. Open issues on the right places on the .NET MAUI repository or on my repository. You can find the links down below in the video description. And hopefully, again, like if you use this, let us know the results, because that's the most powerful part. We want to know if this fixes your actual scenario so that we know that we're on the right path. And then if it passes all of our quality checks as well, it will be in the next release and you can use it inside of the stable version. I hope you like this. Please check out the next video that's going to pop up right here, and I'll see you for that one.